Mock COP26 is an event that will take place from the 19th of November to the 1st of December, where young activists will set out their views on how to address climate change and create a more sustainable future for all living beings and ecosystems.
The first week will see speeches and workshops from high-profile individuals and youth activists to inspire our generation and to understand some of the ideas and concepts that there are to help mitigate climate change and deal with this catastrophe. The second week will see high-level statements made on behalf of countries by their youth delegation and then discussions to work out our high-level statement for the end of the two-week conference.
It will be a platform that will give voice to the youth, the women, the indigenous communities, the marginalized communities, people who haven't always underrepresented in talk like this.
The youth understand that there is no time to delay on climate action, and we are mobilizing to fill the void created by the postponement of COP26.
We're all hugely disappointed that progress towards climate action is being delayed for an entire year, which is time that we just don't have to be wasting ignoring problems that are getting more immediate every day.
So this is it. This is the chance to show the world leaders how youth can shape climate talk.
So I really urge everyone to participate in the Mock COP, whether you be a delegate, participate in an event, but the key importance of this conference is that you learn from it and take action, because we've had enough decision making. So right now we need to implement as many actions as possible all around the world.
Hello everyone, Namaste. My name is Shreya Kesi. I'm from Nepal. I'm working as one of the campaign coordinators at phase 2 of Mock COP26.
I am from Pakistan. I am a volunteer at Mock COP. Thank you.
Namaste everyone. My name is Sonali. I'm from India. During the phase 1, I was one of the event coordinator, and for the phase 2, I'm one of the international volunteer.
Last year's COP in Madrid was rather disappointing due to the lack of vital, progressive, and ambitious targets. This is what we want to change. Mock COP26 is built on the idea of international collaborations of climate activists coming together to create meaningful change. We are an international youth-led project mobilizing around the postponement of COP26. In place of original COP, we hosted a worldwide online event to show world leaders and global community what an ambitious yet realistic COP would look like. The event culminated in a powerful conference statement to world leaders from the youth of the world, raising ambition for COP26.
Mock COP26 brought together 330 delegates from 142 countries that were all under the age of 30. 63% of them were female or non-binary, and 70% were from the global south, including marginalized voices and those from underrepresented areas in our conference was something that we worked hard to achieve, and we're proud to have had the representation we had. Mock COP26 sent a strong message to world leaders that young people can coordinate global negotiation, and we have the solution. Now is the time for us to have a seat at the table.
Our Mock COP26 treaty was made by the youth of the world. Wording was appropriate for proper implementation by the politicians. Climate education, climate justice, climate resilience, livelihoods, physical and mental contributions, and disease, and protect diversity. In the first theme of Mock COP26, that is climate education, to ensure all schools are given the opportunity to nurture, and countries to implement laws to ensure free access to impartial climate science.
In the second theme of Mock COP26, climate justice, we ask each country to extend legal protection to rights of indigenous people. We ask the UN to formally recognize the human rights to a healthy environment. We demand parties to make destruction of environment a criminal offense of ecocide with corresponding penalties. We also demand each country to facilitate meaningful and inclusive youth participation in decision-making in all matters relating to climate emergency and ecological crisis at all levels.
In the third theme of Mock COP26, Climate Resilient Livelihood, we asked each country to develop and implement a national adaptation plan and provide the funding, training, and the resources necessary to enable people and communities. We demanded each country to commit to a greener recovery. Plans for recovery from the COVID-19 pandemic shall not entrench and subsidize fossil fuel use, but shall commit the country to just and equitable transition to sustainability and the development of low-carbon jobs and opportunities.
In the fourth theme of Mock COP26, Physical and Mental Health, we ask each country to ensure a child's right to play and engage with the natural world by enacting policies to protect and restore biodiversity and ensure safe, breathable air quality. We also demand each country to recognize the particular vulnerability of children to the impacts of the climate crisis in terms of its impact on their health and well-being. We address those impacts.
In the fifth theme of Mock COP26, National Determined Contributions, we ask each country's plan, programs, and laws to be fully aligned in order to stay below 1.5 degrees centigrade. We demand each country's NDCs to spell out detailed plans and timetables for a whole of society energy transition away from coal, oil, gas, and fossil fuels, which includes a ban on future development of fossil fuel reservoirs.
In the sixth theme of Mock COP26, Biodiversity, we ask each country to commit to ambitious targets and the funding and action to deliver them for the protection and restoration of at least 30% of the land and marine ecosystem by 2030. We demand each country to phase out all non-essential single-use plastic at a national and international level and introduce a circular system for all materials.
Following the event, we have now moved into the campaign phase of Mock COP26, where we are working with the delegates and volunteers to lobby for the policies from the treaty to be implemented at least 30 countries.
We also are working to secure ambitious outcome at COP26 by influencing delegations and getting strong youth representation in both green outer and blue inner zones, including in negotiation terms. We want to ensure COP26 delivers a strong commitment to climate education.
We believe our event was successful in achieving the goals we set out to reach. However, we know we still have a lot of work ahead of us to work towards having the youth voice fully heard and taken action on. We ask for your support and promote our Mock COP26 treaty on getting implemented in your country. You can also support us by promoting our crowdfunders, following us on social media, and keeping the discussion going around you.
Twenty 2020 was meant to be the year the world finally came together to save the planet. The 26th UN Conference on Climate Change was meant to be the big one.
The one where world leaders turned words into actions.
But 2020 had other plans. The conference was postponed.
Yet, we are still in a climate emergency.
But it's our future.
So if the adults couldn't do it, we have to do it ourselves.
So we did.
We brought together over 350 young people from 150 countries with leading scientists, economists, world and business leaders.
I applaud your dedication and commitment to tackling climate change.
Here's our treaty, showing how we'd respond to climate change.
So by next year, when the adults finally get around to doing it, maybe they can copy our homework.
Please join us online at mockcop.org and encourage your elected officials to implement our treaty now.